Ready?
Yes.
Ready? Welcome to the second episode of ComicVerse Chronicles. I'm DeAndre. That's Jake. That's Sasha. Today, we'll be doing a book I haven't read in a while, but I love. I was debating which one I wanted to do, because I want to do Origins for starters, because I think it's supposed to be partially educational, and I think a good place to start with comic books are origins for characters. We did Batman, so obviously the next obvious one would be to do Superman. But I was debating which one I wanted to do, because there are several different origin stories for Superman.
I know the Smallville version.
There's that one. There's Superman Man of Steel by John Byrne from the 1980s. And then there's Superman Birthright. These are two different origin books that they just keep making Superman origins for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know who the fuck Superman is. I don't know why they keep doing it, but they keep doing it. This one is... I chose this one because this one is the most condensed and the most, I'd say, relevant. So basically, after Crisis on Infinite Earths, they rebooted the entire DC universe. They had John Byrne write a story called Superman Man of Steel, which was that origin story. And for a very long time, from about 1987 or something like that, somewhere around that time, that was the origin of Superman. Then they wrote a story in the mid-2000s called Superman Birthright, which originally wasn't supposed to be an origin, it wasn't originally supposed to be in continuity. It was just supposed to be an origin story for Superman that was just made. But then it was really popular and they made it the origin of Superman.
Boo! Cash grab!
And then Jeff Johns decided, hey, I want to do an origin story for Superman.
Why not?
And Jeff Johns was at the time, and still kinda is. He's not really affiliated with DC anymore that much, but he still kinda is. Like, he's got his own production company that he does his own stuff with, but he still, from time to time, comes back to DC. For a long time, he was DC's golden boy. He could do no wrong. He rebooted Green Lantern, he rebooted The Flash, he rebooted Aquaman, and everyone loved it.
The whole frickin' Justice League, practically.
Yeah, and I'm not denigrating him. Everybody loved it. They were good books. He decided to take a crack at Superman, and he came up with this, Superman Secret Origin. So basically how it starts with Superman as a teenage kid. He's looking up at the sky, dazing, just being a normal kid. He's playing football with his friends. Pete Ross, that's his best friend from Smallville. In Smallville, he's played by a black dude. In this, he's a white dude. Whatever. I just thought I'd point that out. So he's playing football with Pete Ross, and ultimately what happens, he goes in for a tackle, and he breaks Pete's arm, because he's fucking Superman.
I really was hoping it wasn't going to be worse.
Yeah, he breaks his arm, deflates the football. Pete goes home in a cast, and John Kent, Superman's dad, picks him up, and he's like, "You told me you were going to the library." "Yeah, I'm sorry, Pa, I lied." Because, he's a teenage kid. Or I think he's preteen. He's like, I want to go play football with my friends.
I want to be a kid, Dad. I don't want to read those dang books.
Yeah. So next day, Pete's fine with it. He's like, dude, all these girls want to fucking talk to me and sign my cast.
Thank you.
I'm fine.
It's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
We see his cast. It's getting signed by all the girls, and little thing that we see one that we can't really quite see, signed Chloe and what looks like an S. For Smallville fans, that's a reference to Chloe Sullivan, who wasn't a comic book character, but then kind of sort of became one because she was so popular in Smallville. They probably won't use her now because the actress, well...
We don't gotta get into that one.
Look it up.
Do you know what happened with the actress?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So, for a little bit, she was kind of part of the comics, but now probably not so much. But anyway, so Pete's fine with it. He's good. Like they're still friends. They're not. He's not like mad at him or something. So Clark runs into Lana Lang, who's one of his friends. He's like, I feel really bad. He's talking to Lana. He's like, I feel bad about what happened to Pete. He's like, it's okay. Like, Clark starts developing his X-ray vision, and he accidentally looks into Pete's broken arm, and he sees it's broken, and he sees people's skeletons, and he's like freaking out. Like, dude, I'm fucking losing it.
Yeah.
If that happened to me, game over. I'm going home.
So, Lana catches up with him, and he's like, Lana, I'm fucking losing it right now. Like, I'm seeing people's, like, I fucking hurt Pete, and I'm seeing people's skeletons right now. I'm not alright. It's revealed that Lana knows the secret. She knows everything. She's on the know because when they were younger, when they were little kids, Lana and him were playing hide and seek in one of the fields, and one of the farmers was coming by on his tractor, and Lana didn't hear it, or hear where it was, and was gonna fucking run her over, so Clark runs in and dives in front of her to save her, and the fucking tractor fucking falls apart. It tries to hit him, and he's made of steel, so it just breaks. So she knows all about it. She knows about his secret, and she's like, look, you're my best friend, you can always talk to me about all this stuff. And she plants a kiss on him, and this makes him almost fire off his fucking laser eyes. Actually, he does fire off his laser eyes, and he causes a fucking the fire alarm to go off.
That's funny.
Because he's so...
We've all been there, right, guys?
So has he had his powers and he just hasn't been in like stressful enough situations, or
I think they're...
Are they just like all of a sudden like power puberty?
I think so.
Okay.
I think he's had like super strength.
Okay.
And his skin is impervious. I think the X-ray vision and the heat vision, I think those are coming in just now. It's just everything is happening to him like all at once, and he's like freaking out.
I'm freaking out, man. What's with this?
So basically, the fire truck's called. All the kids get out of school. Jonathan Kent's like, get in the car, let's go. We have to go home. And he's like, Dad, this is not normal. Like, what is going on with me? Like, I'm losing it right now. You gotta tell me something. And Jonathan's like, all right, it's that time. They get home, and he tells Martha, his wife, Clark's mom, Martha, we gotta tell him. And Martha's like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to lose my son. Mm-hmm. It's like, we do not have facilities to handle this by ourselves. Like, we gotta face this. And he's basically like, all right, so we've known forever, like, you're not a normal kid. Like, you blew out, like, when you blew out the candles to your birthday, you literally froze the kitchen. So they go to the barn, they pull out trapdoor and reveal Clark's rocket ship.
Oh my god.
And they basically say, we don't know where you're from, we don't know what you are, but you're not from Kansas, you're a fucking alien. And Clark touches it, and it starts saying things in an alien language, and they're like, that's never happened before.